I was saying for Nomi and Samba Pausima, a Junumba, that is 331. I would even say my and Saka and I did Bremo. Now, say, and upon me, be a preview of the UEFA Champions League games I team a course. So, a Enra, the Philips Stadium already, Eddie Kanka, the water pin at Bergamo. PSG are in a fantastic shape. You can announce Kaka. And then other games at me also. Of course, obi a hwɛ anim sɛ parents na bɛba. Na yɛahwɛ sɛ nneɛma bɛtumi akɔ yie as expected. Na ɔyɛ team a ɔnso watumi Hussein Adams is watching. Nti and what I'm going to do is that I'm saying upon me bekasa aka about the games no nneɛma ɛkɔ so anyway I would love to welcome me nuanom a wɔn nso yɛ part of the game. Wa follow Hussein Adams on TikTok, on Facebook. He's doing a decent job. What will be within the local football and so or integral within the game. Indeed, I would love to invite him. I'll be joining me. Maybe will be and then we'll discuss the UEFA Champions League games, of course. You know, the expectation was he surprised? Send us who games, you know. Games never anymore. No, they no expected you. And oh, Charlie. Now here's some meeting me the here's some meeting Christopher, here's some meeting the Joseph and Kuma one. Okay, Joe. Try some Joe. Okay. The guest declined the video invitation. Here's some my colleague Kevin also answer from TV3 and then was saying. Why is the land not going through? I don't understand. Okay. I don't know. And then my problem throughout. We say now that picky already. Okay, let me check. Nah. Many I go on. Was that many too? Okay. Allow. They can't join me. Kevin, the light is not going through. I don't know why. I simply don't know why. Hey, Nana, I'm not doing cold, and I'm not doing cat. No, I'm doing cat. Your audience is set to public, so anyone can watch the live broadcast. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Andy.
Yeah.
I feel that too. Hey,
Uh.
I do.
Kevin. Kevin.
Hi, Kelvin.
Hey,
my breast I'm in the kill
Over.
there. My phone on me who.
We all know what happened.
Kevin's all now you busy. Maybe go baby you. Mama say Frank jam crab ya crab.
We need baby alcohol.
Only baby ako.
Yeah.
Okay, mama here to meet me and Frank and so on. I'm here the Frank and so on. Frank me say no invite into open here no. Okay. I don't know the second Kevin and also and so and mama knows them.
I'm a Kelvin. Yeah, Nanka.
Baby, onion ad.
On why analysis or Santiago Benabao.
Mr. Roberto Fiora.
Why analysis or Santiago Benabao. Is there a mamma who host to her? All right. Me as a picky Frank jam, but my name is also the name fan. Okay. Must send a request, invite it. Probably so picky idea. Kevin, games are caught from Tuesday to Enra. I think it's Tuesday, they're enough of that. Meaning what you make out of Enra games never ask me.
Oh, Enra games, you know, ne FA, you know, ne FA, Yameni Ukraine, Real Madrid, ne Man City, no, even though na Man City, to say, or my so disjointed, me who Pep Guardiola team, or more mobile say that Madrid should more coin be asked to free through basically foment. You know, na me expect to say Madrid best of Montenegro, and I'm say Real Madrid, they are there, or qualify, but quite almost fast, or Mubu Manchester City team no crown and and I think that Carlo Ancelotti gradually business end of the season. No, well, who say from so season started and Raul Asensio, no man starting mobile, even no factual men in the midfield. No, me sure say Enra, I make his statement. Raul Asensio, I make his statement. A man will say. No, etire no metumi abo. Mebo ne say Ramos pepe ama. Ebia goals ni ade na minya ma ona. Still a metumi abo etire na makava ama. Eno he ya ekwan Man City efa so ball na say na Pep na akaza match no nani ni etire because o hwe Real Madrid attack na nya de obetumi ni o ma eden atentam and na empempi ni amanfo akase Kylian Mbappe ba Real Madrid na wasign no nya de na Mbappe na enim no. Me sure say in the last 10 games, they are gradually realizing say Mbappe na Mbappe no here emre kakra no they are adapting. Emre bia emre fufu bia ukọ baby a uhia emre kakra na they are adapting. Ye nyina ye nim say we say butu more board that say ya tena class ya tena just ne you know e just on go abobo na. Odo 964 mpe na esesa na unya boot na ukọ ball Laji to boot one bola. Uti say no difference room. It will take some time for you to adapt. And so why we a champion it will feel move community born himself park we are familiar with our park. Yeah, do park for Frank a pitch and that's where also ultimate bar. Because a fofro Sana Mbappe situation net here. And then any no or my man who say yes, this is Kylian Mbappe. Many Zidane, I need more than a season to make a point. I don't need more than 2 seasons to make a point like Vinicius or hit the ground running to say Cristiano Ronaldo. And then I go so say the boys' confidence is high, especially second goal. Because the name say you who yani say Abrante Yama Vadio Etrem said the enemy Asman would doom. And all the ball net. I was so impressed, though name one day, but I think the Manchester City team no said they didn't print they be out cano. Guana Ede Egu. Na okwetia akokoshe matches ni nyina de eye me one way pa Juventus me hu bi Thiago Motta
Before you go to Juve, no, will you blame Pep Guardiola? I've heard a lot of people saying that starting Nico Gonzalez, Ike Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva in midfield, you know, and they feel that you know NMA Omuje gave me no money and put in a fight. Do you agree with them?
Andy me ditum pepe Manchester City ebe dominant omutimi J Champions League no Abrante ebe na ejina mfimfia obo na John Stones season ni twemu ye ya Pep Guardiola all master afi obesesa no try something new na minim say game we omo ba bekomi Kashanov na near him so about central defense. Now if I don't about lateral.
Yeah. Kevin, what me too?
Mike and Emma.
Kevin, Mike and Emma.
Mike and Emma.
Mike and Emma.
Microphone. No.
Say Kevin, you're right.
Yeah.
Microphone and
microphone.
No. What the name?
Microphone.
It's you that said today. Kevin, your microphone is not working. No. Emma. Okay. Was it? Well, me say why preview of games, of course, no. But I just wanted to stick to the games nearby, so no. You will every one.
And because I actually said that say game na kasa de omuntimi reason being simple. On the Juve near the Juve that you know, and okay players in there, war crap, and they final team. Uncle for her final now. They sorry PSG I know it. Uncle for her home, but Andy, majority of the people are almost same submissions, particularly the Liverpool game. I was so emphatic. Say PSG I know it ever share Liverpool, and I explained say PSG I know in game. And yeah, because Liverpool want to drop pay, so Kaya, Salah, Van Dijk, and all those top players. But I said, so I born now, I'm born. You are the group phase, ever through to the final game against Liverpool. Now, it was not an easy game. So drop pay all those players, Salah, no top players, Hope he said, the Curtis Jones, Conor Bradley, number results I work out. So I was so happy because they played against Liverpool. A lot of people were able to watch them, and in that game, the last season, Peter Bosch say last season. Now, you have Bakayoko no ball. Any performance now no allow no look young no Eddie Macasdorp no Casdorp is injured. But Saurio Gustav no in midfielder. These are players are yes, I'm not from every say no, but when you watch PSG Eindhoven, they are very exciting. How much with the promising days of Amsterdam before say I had no about 2019. I been dominating Europe. So now my person for here to appreciate that. And thankfully, a lot of people began to take notice after that Liverpool game. And then the first leg against Juventus. I want for this it was an easy game. It wasn't an easy game for Juventus at all. Look at the way they struggled to even win by 2-1. And the no mobile return encounter. The Coupe Stadium with PSG I know in front of fans behind them and the form now this season time boy you and Christ England and community shield they won it, and then on the back of it so form at their level has been good. Juventus any convincing quite on and off. One thing that deceived a lot of people about Juventus Inter one now so I Inter so almost run of form and you got last I think 4 games they've won one recently. Fiorentina show me, and it tells you say almost born near the border we know, and they Juve ever Europe. I'm for your worried say Juve. What is the Juve fans and Ankasa any surprise because I'm follow my team now, and they know say Juve now dominating with Europe, and yes, squad materials or money benny. Sebi with no disrespect to Thiago Motta, very promising, Pedroia Oborona and everything good, but and yeah, even a home coach Juve by I'm going to keep an bad. But her defense to attack. And not kind of Renato Veiga. Chelsea midfielder when you be a mono. Or not a boy, not even as a midfielder, but as a centre back. And this all players, don't know how they hate you with current players. Not the only player or more quack on the GDA winning Randall Columwania. We know the suspect. Columwania is good. But say Juve Kono Arsenal. Juve never Champions League finals too. Within the space of 2014 to 2018. No. I mean, players been no money. Can make for the power and you be cry at that time. And then you be made for this. Hey, Weston McKennie. And the Juve now. Eye Popoba no Atro Vidal no Marquisto no Pelu no. And yes, are you been here? Yes, potentials were can I hear this? Good baller. But and yes, you be back Europe have dominated. I can hear this. Debbie, he has a lot to do. Obi to say Francisco Conceição, not bad. All the minutes that he's been getting or both very well. But these are the men say even Thiago Motta turning a near at almost so Timothy Weah and all those. So and you have a team and they different aside Omudi from PSG I know them. Because you have Bakayoko PSG I know now or Yuga or a lot of their players, even Gustel or Bebo, and the Luke Dion or Bebo, and this all those players, even Noala, and the name difference. So looking at the way Peter Bosch has said, team, you've been so crown new coach or buy a new man for you've been in recent time. Or not changing coaches back for 5 games or so. And to a much Nankasani a week. It's only sad say Omantimia making into the round of 16. But then it was coming. That is the reason why a lot of the Juventus fans, if you've monitored on platform no reporters are, be not surprised. Because I wouldn't show my team we and teaming kofa in the champion. It would have been better if you almost surpassed PSG I know now. But it was a game of equals of which from where I sit. Nami who say Omubetimi Aquacore and they may expect a coin. Yes, PSG I know we bet me a even by 1 goal margin, taking the game to extra time, and then you name himself football. Madam Fubias more kind on whom Tima Warren away matches as home team because they be an home advantage there. A natural principle, and I say a natural thing in football. So Emma time a quite extra time no. PSG I know in Benya that cushion because they believe and everything came. And I almost so this share. So yes, a lot of people you're looking at the name Juventus, but we subtracting them now materials, no, we players in there, starting lineup and why now we be with them. Defense line I was not surprised one bit. I was not surprised.
Okay.
In fact, the only
Before
game that
I'm Kelvin, I'm gonna read the now about Frank.
Frank.
I'm on for Pep were paying due to the English Premier League. Again, he's been dominant after Ferguson. I dominant. He needs to leave the stage. Only a man for y'all is also Pep free Manchester City.
That's it. No, quite. Onya coaching, I don't go coaching national team.
And I didn't maybe no, like on say goodbye now at least. On coaching America crowns I'm not back there.
Oh no. Me matches our conversation. Now me no money have dream back. We say, do you know my point? What say in 2001, 2002, yeah, about 2003 Premier League season. As a Alex Ferguson, because no back from the 80s. Ebe Tatia no struggle gradually. Ebe Premier League. When the 99, United won everything. Trouble near there. Okay, Arsenal won 2000. 2001, United came back. 2002, remember this? Oh, say the team because at that time, all those players, I know who didn't any talking of no, only be man yam talk, Pep gave credit or be a yam talk, but no, only be coin, a bit of before free team, and then above a year, a new team and not all baby and then on one of my a guy never know. Or they say guy never know. Not GDA here than new, but he needed to build a new era. A lot of people raised that. In fact, the wife, whether it's sister pepper, the end of the on the wife crack I said or Munjay no monko, and it even affected the current season in 2003 season. No, how many Arsenal dominated our season? No, about performance no and then it affected his team when he actually decided. Never be on put decided because no results in the traffic. So on to us. No, on a second thought, I realized no, on one aka team near cover because United were losing. If you check, they were losing almost every game. And a movie at the time that he was saying, say, or better to us or no. United the best 7 from second to best 7. Or some be fight, United be finish, I think second. And no baby will team. At that time, he say yaki because obi a G league atwa so oni Arsenal I dominate to obeja a like waje trouble near get to say Guardiola situation into only this no. But was trying now building a new squad, a new era because time we catch the team na good in no build it. But I'm not for appreciate it because they were not ready to look. Pep Guardiola wouldn't say oh yeah rebuild it, but I'm for appreciate it because they are not ready to look. And see, I'm not realizing now yes, Chelsea about as a new force. Roman Abramovich in Sika quality, or more top players, be more potential, top squad, quality coach, and what do be aba. No, I sabe strong. I'm asking a team no cry emre. More problem. I'm on Chelsea, I sabe bo one man Major League and twice or three, or repeat. So or twice who be Champions League, be produce Ballon d'Or winner. So Sabina me who pepper, you know. And in all this, I never quite a common comparing these two coaches, and then they say, "Omunina is good." Granted, sometimes we wait to make Pep, but it doesn't negate the fact that he's a top manager. He's among the greatest managers of all time. So if you don't have belief, say Pep bet my rebuilding. Why? Because baby or gonna be onye be that, and so ye be baby. And the reason why I trust Pep say on one else why rebuilding, they say, what started crowd that this defeat, City fans and but in a way, it will help him to concentrate on only the Premier League, build a squad because when we are Champions League, maybe deceiving they say the team not currently is not up there. And then so already new generation now building now. Holland maybe the poster boy, the main guy. Foden Elbe complemented. Now the Savino is playing quite well on the domestic front. But and yet to the Champions League level, Savino no on board Champions League though. Team no more Champions League, you know. Omo buy no more be that in Girona. Obi Asha and the Mamush. Who combo was Santiago Beneba, Obi 3 and Sana Wonuso. Omo Nyanya build there. Here after now the Kada cushion of Aba. Ebinum Befe Bimfa. Or ye players in him. And it's one in the squad now. I'm not from realizing when is that Jet Makati or the Bobo, but I'm not for Nimo. Or take Opama, but Opama no, a lot of abilities and potential show at this age, you know, everyone is so carry. But I'm not chance of the man, Oscar Bob, were prayer. And the our young squad within the year or two, so I'm more complimented. Imagine the attacking line of Savino, back when they saying Mamush, Haaland leading the lines, and then Abrante the other Foden, elbow behind Ellen Haaland. That's how young players we about 2 years, 3 years are. Do you think Omonya better? Even to see that's an attacking line. If I compare this year's on 4, Savino, Mamush, Foden, Haaland. So to be find a balance. Now to be making sure so I'm say cohesion, any coordination bar. The attacking line midfield and so gradually he's trying to face Nico Gonzalez. Me say, great potential. In fact, someone may say out on Zubimendi. I may say out Rodrigo is injured. No, player in Nico Gonzalez. And ball now, no. Definitely you start him. And wait to 1 year, 2 years. Football fans no honest. Omo be born say yam permanent no. Within a year or two. Yan can say Pep be adwuma no. Pep, I believe
football fans they won't pay results.
yes. I believe say City for no what time man. They know say nyama no do match over the years no. Na likely and possible mpukra so omo be dreaming. And then omo compete with the very teams that top. Real Madrid lose to Ajax no. Ajax at the hard time no. At that time no nkofo be prefer so Real Madrid dey go e be santianko. But they resurrected. Sometimes the City bet me dominate here. When you said back, Liverpool last season. No be any say go away. Me na me wo GD say even it's an slot amba and a club etwa so. Ka club best resurrected him. And sometimes the only struggling season in Omuchanity no, as if he's not done anything before. So I think that City for ne dear was GD no. Aka fans no. Among the 1 year over the years because about Premier League you know the only thing that is separating on Alex Ferguson longevity. So for space and time and I would have been the greatest manager of all time in the Premier League. This one kind of credit. In terms of number of points, 100 will be a nyabi. Number of goals will be a nyabi. Consecutive wins will be a nyabi. 1, 2, 3. So why yes, I never win no only one bad season. On one to on was suffer or be appreciative. He's trying to fix it or turn players but be identify all the points he's trying to fix. So they should give him time. Make rather 2 years now or extend it now and then be ended by 2027. I think that they should give him time or more money relax it or best shame team. No, it is riskier to sack him than to maintain him because South Saki Guardiola is here. Yeah, coach Ben marketing in the media. I mean, no one I could say. I think Guardiola can refix and then be competing with all the top teams in it. Say, City now, 3 years ago, last season, and the last 2 seasons.
Okay. In the January transfer, I was spending £260 million on Onkwan.
And that is it.
As again, the other clubs are spending £230 million. So that is Man City for you. Kevin, for our point in this, Franco, you were talking about the midfield of Manchester City.
Yeah. Andy. Said an American, said an hour Pep Guardiola, Bianfa blame the man. I think some midfield now born and run. Nico Gonzalez, yes, Yehuna as the mini Rodri, but Rodri born no as an enforcer, no, or Sabo as a sweet, and Osabo as a creative element to Manchester City team. So Wunima, Ocean Man City ball, and that's a Rodri bar. That is when you see the likes of Bernardo Silva last season. Pep Guardiola did say was all management because Bernardo Silva was everywhere. It was all because no Rodri or working more like 3 times, 3 extra duties. You won't expect from him. In modern football, I think player who's to that level, Thomas Partey. But with even the aggression, Rodri has it, and he adds goals. So Rodri advances Oba to say Aston Villa Morgan Rogers or break it through the blocks. We a defensive blocker, he doesn't care because of his physique, the strength, and the power or the back. But you ask yourself, if it's a Rodri any honum, that's a Orlan Trameni, any finance or Neo B to say Nico Gonzalez. Yes, he's a good player, he's deep, he's creative, but can he, enforce himself in the team at this very stage?
No, but he like the experience and that quality.
Exactly. Inti na minim say or the John Stones mum obema ake abon the ball no the John Stones aba mechanical Gonzalez ho e won finfin ho na Eke Gundogan na odi nani ese ne so no and the Gundogan wa born the boy awie
I'm surprised Pep is entertaining him.
I don't me doing what I say and no na me blame Pep Guardiola no. Even with his purchases I think said this year 13 times I will losing in all competitions e been see that e won the career. Osha purchases or Andy, I always tell myself, Pep Guardiola wingers, they are always scoring. From Pedro, from Ludovic Giuli, from Henrik Larsson, from Thierry Henry, and now Bonnie of flanks. Even got to a point no pushes Samueleto to the wide areas. They are all very good scoring forwards. But in recent times, look at his purchases. Jeremy Doku cannot even give you more than 10 goals in a season. Savinho by any and him say, he was going to add up. He's not even able to. Omar Mamouche by Wabe statement, I think what Savinho has given, judging from last week. You can pardon Mamouche just like now Hussein Ekano. Santiago Benabo, Yen Kong Bono, Niboy Yapapa, especially in the Champions League. The spirit of the Champions League. Because Real Madrid, every Champions League night, they want to add to their history, almost starting in the 1900s. I think that Pep Guardiola made a huge mistake because John Stones, won't feel and cause so they a closest tight spaces now. Okay, one because all the good Nogan Aka Nico who won't feel it was always going to be easy for someone like Jude Bellingham to break those blocks. And then now offer Bebia and in some or Kobasa. So I think that Pep Guardiola should blame himself. Purchase is now and I think that Brilliant is so. Said the air cannot debia udi the air da the air crasso wenuma air a Pep. It would take some time for him to adjust. Say they went to me adjust there. Ebekwa said a 2 as a vengano. After just one break, Kim once the legacy you have built, one more buyer. And teams have realized Manchester City dominance now no more years ago with all the players Fernandinho ni adena no more ebi ni hobio it say Rodri ni honoma there is no player how bet me affecting him to say Fernandinho okay Manchester City Pep Guardiola even before Rodri no Fernandinho only honoma Fernando Nebo and they were similar qualities
Fernando Rogers
gap
the only player I'll bet you wanted that profile, Bruno Guimaraes, but who's the Newcastle for your manager on Betone?
Exactly. And then I do almost so I think that Pep himself and making purchases via Sagundogan purchase, Yamianim Ukraine, Senka Oman any year they say Kwako for Zubimendia. There was no way he couldn't have added up money to buy Zubimendia. And I think that Baby and I was a top player. And you know, Kotoko player, so now they no blame said he's taking the blame. The club have found themselves in difficult times, and he should understand. Said now Tiki Begistan is almost taking his hands away, and he underestimated the power and intelligence of sporting directors, great sporting directors.
I think that whoever would do that under Pep, now name Tiki Begistan.
Exactly.
At least we've seen how Sevilla is suffering after Munchi.
Yes.
And the Munchi bar
Villa.
so Yeah,
when we
obviously.
now look at Aston Villa team.
Yes.
And now changes are you look at the quality of players going off and the quality of players coming on. Now Pep doesn't have that. Why never or best stand that strong or be making that control and exercise authority over him? Say, player, we are not the Man City. We need this kind of player. We need this kind of player. A bad thing at the moment. And I just hope say they will find Obia or Benya some magic one no at the pushy Pep Guardiola. Until then, it will be difficult for him to get back to his glory days. Every season we be call a Kakra Obenya opportunity to build again because they say the focus and Champions League, League, and other club competitions. A bad just Premier League and FA Cup now. And that can be easy for him to stay calm and then build up the blocks and the foundation again for next season. Said Nana Hussein can. He has all the materials. 1, 2, 3. Now, next season, I will say who no can Asia team neho. Kevin De Bruyne wayebi wabre. Unja no maninko. Bernardo Silva wayebi. Yes, Bernardo Silva wayebi wabre. No more young players.
Almost center defender
and oh, but on one day tomorrow was say this season there. The same person was suffered. Was it who be that? They were on no SCS.
On the Obetina Kakra, John Stones who obey John Mokwai. You know, because who team now are can't you only idea. You know you have a solid base. It's in the forward, you know, because and Man City Boba. And I mean said the integral Haaland because Kevin De Bruyne on him say and now they are Sabon because Raul Asensio be ebe one now who be proud. Man City or doing a kind of first one league, you know, to make it top 4. Because when you say Champions League, they're not here our film team or what they play for top 4. So I just think Pep should just know he's failed in his transfers, he's failed in his last time in ideologies. Now now let me sit back, look at the other teams. A kind of first one meet me ahead. I bounce it back beyond without them notifying how I play my game because now Adedi Man City Bobo now press Bernardo Silva pet not the question. Pet not the question or the question so when I cover ball number Kovacic, Unya Rodri or Kovacic. And I think it will take some time. Ebia Nikwaba, but I still think here player he will come and be an enforcer and a switch for the team. You know, experience here, but there are times experience now. You need young players to roll around experience. You know, Club Brugge, because of the experience of Venaken. And teams. So Pep has seen it, and I just hope over to me are correcting the mistakes.
Okay, I'm going forward. You'll be bringing you more of this segment on the show. Over to me, I call Hussein Adams. No, I follow the page. You know, Sansona. Over to me, I call Frank Jam, the CEO of Paper Media. Now I follow the page. And so, Kevin also answer that you follow the page. I'm going for the more of this, baby. Frank the Otiabuchi. Over the color crowns or I saw you was at Abichem was this year. I was just over in Abichem. I think going forward, they'll be included so that we have that lengthy show. Frank, meaning what you make out of the Madrid Man City game, Nanka. Just one few questions I am discussing. Kotoko has a one idea for something almost stands. Meaning what you make out of that game.
Andy, thank you very much for the opportunity. And let me applaud you. When we started idea way, in fact, it's been productive. And I'm happy, sir, you are trying to include your fellow journalists just to make it big. And I'm happy for this young guy, Hussein.
Yes.
And I love listening to this guy.
We all love
yourself, and then this guy. I think my first video was not TikTok. I could have a flash and I said analysis and the passion.
Yeah.
I said, wow, this guy. So I tried to follow up. And then I realized Akwaba FM. It was Zibreku. And Tagos also then I Juma Pen those times, So I love listening to this guy. And he said, Jeb, Hussein, keep it up. Keep it up. It's not surprising that Which year show now a lot of people are calling say Kumasi for the Muyara Mumbafano. Eko Kumasi.
Yeah, you
Yeah. And then of course, I mean the senior man also is also doing a great job. Kelvin, yes, no. Oh, no. Why no say international man be so aha. So for me want to say it's becoming scary for the other teams. Real Madrid didn't start well. Kylian Mbappe or Baye, a lot of things were said or were being said about this guy. Say or the confusion about Madrid, the team anymore. There's no unity. But now obviously it was going to take time for him to gel with those players.
Yeah.
And obviously when coach, any for Omunya type, Emma boy, look at even within the first season, look at what he's doing. So just imagine, say, going forward next season, if he's able to find his full potential rhythm in the team, other teams should watch out for this Madrid team. Look, now from the beginning, I had that stance to say it's about time I said Pep or move on. Now, occupy team Fufro. But upon second thought, look, many Hussein Adams pass as I say Asante na onwankasa or shishadi because it been to that this is in the first time. So for him to get that experience, as I said, Otumitina no fixes our problem, and I'm happy say with all the challenges and all come, even Man City with all issues he decided say he will renew his contract. So what I said, just to prove people wrong. Yes, this season there, it's obviously off for him. Say maybe the best they can do this or they will make the top 4. But trust me, say if he's able to get 1 or 2 players to add to the team and then get some of the players, especially the old players, out of the team. Look, people should watch out for him next season because look, we shouldn't take anything away from him. Say he's a very good coach. He's a very good coach. And in life, that is how it is. Andy, I know, say, definitely you as a person, there are some days or some years you had your lowest point in life. The same applies to Hussein. My brother also, myself. So at the end of 2 hours, what do you have to do? You have to sit down and then re-strategize your point to say, okay, this is how I want to go. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to do in the following year or going forward. And that is exactly what Mimihuni said, Pep, or person or Yedema Manchester City. Not necessarily say, Bia, Usra, na say, a normal MK man. But I believe, say, with what has happened, because look, if you should able to, if you should leave City right now, now a different team. First season wakwa League, second season waje, third season na near air to nisisiano ebia sen to na, then he will run away obeko team fufro. So but this time if he's able to come back with Man City, then he will know say even say in the near future of Man City any team be obeko biano sa problem will you'll be able to fix it. So for me, I think say what he's doing in there with 1 or 2 players or the mobile January and then planning for next season, just like my own coach Amorim, he has said say this season is obviously off for Manchester United. So now the plan now is for next season. So for me, I believe say City will bounce back next season. For Madrid there, I think the only team stopping Madrid currently Barca, because Barca for now they've seen or more antidote to Madrid. So Madrid they will not love to play against Barcelona, but any other team
platform is a Champions League. So
of course Champions League, but also the previous years Barca is still on top of Madrid in terms of even the Champions League. Now Omasie gaining more confidence playing against Madrid. You understand? So obviously, we shall Liverpool. Nana may share ratings be on Modiaba. Madrid 19%, Liverpool 17%, Barca I think say 16 or so. Teams are likely say win the Champions League. And for me, I agree with them because Madrid, where they are now, no, I mean, say that's what you are helping them to gain their confidence, and you know, say they own the Champions League, and obviously, say team being to me unstoppable at this stage, we should count them in. Say definitely these people are in for something, and they might just be in Munich and then win the assistant Champions League.
Kevin, what are your expectations for the draw? Barcelona teams very nice. Yeah, you love to watch them. I want to watch Barcelona PSG game. Now I'm sure there. Me say me who Pedri as a game jaw never see met for. Now me mean say against we have a person who beat me a share. Then nanka Emre Fiume discuss one or two.
Well, I think so much in the bed the said the Ocasa who pass our midfield now. Maybe may pay, you know, the attack of Bakola, Dembele, as against Barca defense. You know, say to crew that who ye but seems to me exploited. So also now Barca attack, dangerous attack. Lewandowski, Rafinha, and then Ramal also playing against PSG defense. I mean him say Honso, Tokro, Edem.
But look at clubs Fernandez are fit. We're not the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they obey fit. But and still are Tokro them. I don't see that team say defense say you too strong. And Osha games or mobile breast of one any strikers or money attack Papa Bia. Come to me are breaking it down. But one game I am also looking forward to. The Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid and your man which will be a wonderful game. This season at
But
I would want to see Real Madrid and then Bayer Leverkusen. Why? You know say Ancelotti. What a cry! Just another season with Real Madrid. And also possible options are among for sure some bet me about taking over Real Madrid. Zabi Alonso Eka home because of a Juma wire with Bayer Leverkusen. Now for him the point
or the Amorim Trebak ni never mean to one.
Debbie,
I'm saying
Debbie Ofama. Before Oko Leverkusen, he wasn't playing that Trebak. But Okoya
level they say and then I on a trump card.
No,
they say you need for Trebak for competitive seasons in you or they are unsuccessful. And
so when he got to Real Madrid and he saw the materials, he had to adapt. May bomb me 4-3-3 and I'll get my result from Ronaldo time. Ronaldo need build more time. So if you are an intelligent manager, what's our materials are? What a choir to complement each other.
Kevin Minchoano, I think that is the problem Amorino facing United. Yes, you see, we're making a mind to say he's exactly. Look, about United, now as a sort of say United is not used to that 3-back. And yes, you have your system, you have your pattern of how you want to play. But the materials now over 2 years, as a coach, at least you need to modify your tactics.
Exactly.
To your system to suit the players so that after the season, when you're able to get players, one Casanwari recommend who said they will be able to suit into your style, then you can continue with your system. But on another straight away, you want to use, I mean, we are in the middle of the season and it will not work. Charlie,
it's another problem with Manchester United bringing him on board without promising him January transfers. Because if they had promised him January transfers, and good sales are. Now say, come on, these are the likes of players I have. But I think say if you're a coach, you don't stick to one style.
Yeah. You're
able to adapt. And then
ne left back here Kofano by Dogu.
Or the
just watch but just watch him carefully against Tottenham.
Back.
he was able to adapt to
Very
the
well.
system, you know.
Very
So
well.
Yeah.
just imagine, say next season,
So
if he's
yeah.
able to get the players almost suited into the philosophy
Yeah.
now, United will be a delight to watch.
In the end, I think say Alonso would want to come and prove a point. Say no, this is me, Zabi Alonso, and I think say Madrid Elusu Ancelotti, not Florentino Perez, and yeah, I didn't say on easy down. I want
I had a agenda for Zidane. Or me coaching Mbappe.
Then I'll be the best option for Real Madrid. So, 2 games in there, me prepare either by Leverkusen, Real Madrid, and I say Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and I say PSG in Barca. Those games, you know, many better for very nice games to watch.
Was it in 2 minutes? It was okay.
Leverkusen, my Bayern Munich, yeah, I'm more sure because
no. 2 countries from the same, you cannot meet this time.
No, they can meet.
Because
it was previous one.
Yeah. Previous one.
Maybe 2 minutes.
Of course, PSG, Barcelona.
Oh, okay.
Because PSG attack and solid creativity be bring or more defense in a week. So Barcelona bet to take advantage. PSG, so you hear how bet to Barcelona defense now. Again, Ebasa, then Club Brugge, and Villa, Lille, you know. The perfect Club Brugge is Villa for the competitiveness because Villa team looking stronger and promising. But some Club Brugge. So based on that, me perfect Club Brugge ne Villa bo. Now me hear how interesting as our face channel. Real Madrid Atletico Madrid me the medical. So me Madrid Atletico Madrid. I'm talking about Mbappe. You know one thing. When him say na me per Man City were drawn, and I actually predicted for Madrid Man City. And yes, I'm be share. You look at the many players in the baby crown. I say, you think yeah in line. Now, PSG I know them. Me person come share Arsenal. Tell me where you hamba kayoko no. Any Arsenal na me had here. Okay. Ebasa Benfica and Liverpool. Interesting. Because Barcelona and Benfica and Liverpool are very interesting.
Benfica team in Liverpool be sure go.
But me person Benfica and Liverpool. But guys, play this no.
Quite jump to.
But
my assess on here no.
On a light.
My assess on
here.
Usioko manage.
And now I'm in Marco Fan for Fra. Momo team no enka. Carlo Ancelotti free Real Madrid and Kobe team number 1 season.
Yeah.
Charlie,
yeah.
How Danny Ceballos is playing like a prime moderate, it's funny. She confidence or the Danny Ceballos. Danny Ceballos no control makes for the Eco Gondagan.
Danny Ceballos are 70 here. Oh, Oko magazine. What you should to be no case you obey 1 week. Omeko Accra, Munyabi, Omeko Kumasi, Munyabi, Omeko market in the Munina. I can't better no one say car be see what crass, a big crowd Buddha from a time this year, man. And the moment play are not on this balance in the baby. Obia kind but Obia because no beer quite inclined with the way Tony Cruz ball. So no beer Obi to set Tony Cruz. And when you look at marketing him says yeah. Find out who is that Tony Cruz above. But then the only
they were not even ready to spend.
Yes. And also spending comes with cost. So definitely almost 10 years almost no. Ceballos, if only say or bet and say he's good defensively. Obetake at Yagua Madrid. Obviously, he will be a perfect fit. Why? On the position number 10, old number 10, no. Because a creator. Salro even on Kobo Arsenal, and the other Garakoji Boni. And the one, the man, the offiting so on, and said, so many used to play that position. But so many, no, naturally, maybe no issue. I believe it's IQ level of form with no disrespect and IBB. Important decisions be also take it. Even those times that he's good, and at the same game that he play good, no, or no and yet that extremely better be again Bruce be an assistant in favor because Bellingham role, no. But look at Ceballos. Ceballos defensive contributions now on the account, rate now on the account, or intelligent. On foul, important zones. And because no yet 10 now, onimbo ni kuta, onimbo ni holdi, no nim chances creativity. Or kutabon no a tight space crana, no matter how deep are DNA. And the order he needed, aside being given the role, was the confidence. And the other banner say, or Jibonua, or any year. At the same many without the ball or tackle or compliment at the same
I don't know if you can join us and let's discuss what is so wait me Johnny but discuss what is happening in the local scene now. I don't know if you can join us. Nanka discuss here. Shadow, the team manager of the Blasters.
Yes.
Kotoko has a share. Oma accepts is seemingly ready to play the game. As to the timeline, the Omumfa
yeah.
I don't know if Aminu can join us and probably we discard that one. But Hussein what's Nana Okano? Your money interested and they say, oh, say Madrid players no be established international.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sense you free man. And Nana, I think Kelvin called me and I was in Man City version Madrid. I was say and I make a change say he's a starter for the French national team. And you won't just say that you Bobby. But guys, no almost sign a contract. I'm going to sign a contract now. A place.
Yeah.
He's a starter for the French national team. And look at the array of midfielders at France. There's no national team that has central midfielder than France will be.
Exactly.
He's ahead of all those guys. And it is not because he's playing for Madrid in Tia. Even his days in Monaco, he started ahead of all those guys. And for him to come to Real Madrid and only Ancelotti on victimizing players. Say, Chomeni, Jose Mourinho will be uncle. I can't or he will be to some Militao to me, she is or buy he just give confidence to guys say, who beat me about. So looking at the midfielders around, for you to bench Modric. Now say, Danny Ceballos, the gap between Danny Ceballos and Modric said they offer from what to US. But the coach says, no, this is the guy who is going to play. Mbappe. Time Mbappe buy confidence in the man. For so Yama Vini Bebo now Mbappe ball left. For him to gather that confidence. And then it says for 1 year report say Adagule Mamma and Papa Baba every Adagule. Well, man, I was moving the zero song. Man City there. Real Madrid, the near Bravo Champions League na cafes. I was Adagule. So I think that man you there. Well, let's hope. But Frank, the fact that he's planning towards next season, does not mean when he's playing against Nottingham Forest at home, on lose. When he's playing against Bournemouth, on lose. When he's playing against Brighton, on lose. And it's Captain Hag, because
and yes, I'm not going to
yes, and then Captain Hag,
yes, young person with the coach players.
Yes,
but let's look at coaches Omadi Ejuma within that same period. Look at David Moyes. Everton players a full forward better money. Look at how look at how he's managed to transform them. One more Matthias here say, style, I want you to continue playing your style, your own way. He has reverted to the old kick and run English style of football for Everton. Because he said the players are not flamboyant. Player or flamboyance a great and still for a good team. Ebia ubenya di obenya fleck aka na ebia McNeil ho ato na obebobi anase Calvelo we need na ni mo no obebobi omo maka no Idris Agana Gay just look at them. They are just rigid and direct players. Enti obonisa and now they are getting the result. Beto tinani mo ho anye bia o create say stance manner obebo for atuogu ache 2 anaba akudi e dia ma. And that is how they have built on and they are building on their confidence. For Amorim to play over 13 games for Manchester United and not even getting more than 15 points should tell you that he has failed at a club like Manchester United. Or Manchester United players now, they are not bad, Andy. They are not bad.
Before you continue, last year, now my neighbors have 1 year, Javi.
Yeah.
No, I'm someone to say. Now I catch and say, oh, Frankie Dion, oh, Pedri. Now she could go to make food. Now the Kotoko, Freddie Vavadi, nature men in the Bellingham. Yeah, Frankie Dion control European night and not do Bellingham in Kromu Bobo. I agree. Man, your own problem, Pan say, Omni striker. And Eddie the only teamer. Almost me Koto be but now Obi team in Moya the Eched of the now. For the past 6 years, yeah, be almost replacing Maguire, Debian Maguire starting.
Because be on be a Maguire.
So what I say, almost need that clear cut plan, but because of time, into me see a bad look at street now. Next going forward, you can have time and this. So draw the bar, you can have time and discuss the foreign front. Hussein, me shall say you. In the last 3 weeks, there, where your hand will be anymore now. Minim how the brown region no brekum Nsoatreman. How almost if fans some are who Kumasi, especially in Ghana as a whole, and some are for minim said you almost fan.
Okay, Andy. I think the public outcry is positive in a sense that they believe, and I'm talking of a lot of people that I've consulted with, and I say, yeah, having conversations. Say certain people, particularly in the Kumasi media, are taking advantage of the situation.
Okay.
And omumana look like say one, abuno fono because one say ahano bono a direction so. And it is indirect to say as who make it no certain comments and be against omo ethnicity no. To say one omo here to try for as omumana look it to say the bonibia e omo na ye instead of
Okay.
saying you better tackle at the end say a national problem because so when ebinum dim come there are people they are just angry because they are angry say eyabuno and omo coffee they explain say the reason why examples and some was set is because if you take the last 5 years near teams are abo in the Premier League, Ghana Premier League, from this very region no region and I bet me a compare because in recent time Techman City abobi Techman 11 wonders abobi before Aquatano abobi Brekum Chelsea bo Ediana Stars ebo talk of the team in Nsoatreman now Mikuta 7 in the last 5 years so Ghana Premier League time and 16 about 18 now for the past 5 years 7 teams again at to trust them this annual man cost way league no a Premier any Division 1 and Division 1 and so bonus class then exempted because almost like classes are doors with Division 1 so I believe that as he appreciated the fact say this region a chunk of Ghana football is based here. For instance, as media guys I want this region. Minim so 1-2 ones was obedi match here. What do you mean match and say me? What does it? Maybe 2 pay Kumasi so and no because Mehe Kotoko Diana. Remember her house where Diana, Mehe Kotoko Brekum, Mesa house will Brekum, Mehe Kotoko Nsoatre, Mehe house will Nsoatre, Mesa Kotoko Bichim, Mehe house will Bichim. And it's a season in Metranum and Tukankrana. I can properly and fairly assess Kotokone has. And me, for instance, I test a package on a baby Amidano. All the other things, Bekuma, Bibiani Ghost Stars a bar meteo, Menam for we Karela bar meteo, Menam for so Premier League games in Ankasan, if we are to calculate the matches and calculate the number of matches are Bono region Ankasa in all the matches I hear bono, the air happen or region you appreciate as a hooliganism of football. Not even I had the end door so crana. It is because matches and Ankasa and 100 also. Because if we even divide the number of incidents SEC by the number of teams are crowd, for instance, Asante region, Nations FC, Kotoko, in the past 3 years. Kotoko exempted from hooliganism. Match now, Moto 2 in Suoko Park. That was against Media Manade. Police Amokabe Remu, ever formo, Emma, Omoto to Abu Bruno. It happened at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Nations FC, I think 2 times. Omone Kotoko, the Omoto 2 Nkonyana, and then I think there was another game. So, even Kumasi 2, Legon Cities, Nekotoko. The late Nana Pooley, one will be a park. Police and TNC. So the only difference between even a hot the enemy and a 100 but Bono region no every single venue nipa kopa. I have a stadium no capacity name so but at least all the days are mobile matches. You appreciate the number of supporters I have no. And this BB says see what easy say be escalate. So how no almost feel say I'm for take advantage. Bu almost say 1. Omani me 2. Omo here to travel. Oh, said that anything. And I was say I appreciated it as a Ghana Premier League problem. Now yes,
On network no. On network
I
no.
have one
Network.
to travel half 1 enya. So from this side, a lot of people are angry at certain media guys. Oh, Kumasi, yes, Kumasi, because Kumasi for per se now, I have on social more based on how competitive our sports and I are. So from Hannah there, one, they are sad for almost swaba, and they believe a man for take advantage on that situation. No, can you mind send for touch from so I'm gonna share even sports near the Kumasi. I'm sure from certain person, I'm gonna need say we Obeka say we Obeka
That
yes.
bomb.
That is
Okay. Frank, my member, na member Kelvin. Kotoko eteki stance say if you not disrespect you omo has cambo mu say omo de petition e command if you know and then maybe omo deserve say also ye ma omo before a game yet me abo if you bad down e be share omo ko poli abusian for ko chia omo finally the FA president ne bad down there. According to Aladia Kambi, they held a meeting. They had a meeting. It was Zoom, and I got off one due to Muzo Mbebo. And let the bar out. They say, Nadia, good morning. I hope everybody is fine in New York. No, I'm full Caribbean on teaching, so there'll be a field already. And almost finally, got on ask for no. The letter be about. Now letter no almost on boy in Abasu. Minimum Basu what they are. Almost on boy in Abasu. Meaning to organizing meetings. I don't worry about what they are. 80 cut off what the omelette and about almost say Oman has. Oma ready to game no set here on Bebo. Oma timelines. Parliament in Sotana so almost waka the Ombeki Kabia. See our stance and say, yeah, more an ancestor land.
Well, Andy, the moment I mean who after Kotoko on the house, so muko share GFA. Me who say Kotoko for Abertwete a post to almost social media platform say almost senior team no ever started training. It was then that I saw say for no like omuko meeting no entiase ayejuma. But now omu kwanya especially Kotoko for because house for no so we see omu carefully omo no akwa to say yes we want those reforms,
yes,
but still your person game no cost
perfect,
but Kotoko for no the pain in that cost no so it's like supporters no and person omu pedi for no be dey ebe gia to me so bobo so they didn't know how to communicate to the supporters. So the best thing is okay.
They've not communicated to the fans.
Yeah, but the communication I make sure say we starting training and you cry a communication as what one so we study and then carefully you understand where they are coming from. But omu too open say okay ya tia say kwakobo. Now me start to cry say almost say omama efena tia say ombobo krana it will be after set match after so we see polling no. So I tell which it makes sense for me. But you see but you see Andy on the whole issue no home. Media na me who say football no there are challenges. Euros course to Germany last year.
Yeah.
And there are certain cities and to cross home you have no idea. But yeni na number of no omo capture ya omo de social media. Yes, Hamburg Hamburg. I think Tokai no Hamburg then I think it was Tokai that is Turkey and then one of the nations
Austria.
Not easy ntokopa. But you see in all this football was still being played, even though I don't know Obi and Woody. But say Osha Pole how the thing happened now. And Osha to trust me across your football Mwandi. For me, now from the beginning, I was expecting say before Ebama Yatu ya Boasi. Na yesesi normal. Oh, there's a 1 month to cry and you'd be to me yes no money now. Then put proper measures in place so that this thing will not happen again. I'm not saying sir to try somebody the ABCB no matter what. Andy, now Kotoko funny has funny Kasimbi say other places are small teams look, all these things are Kotoko and Hatufok, they started it.
That's true. That's true.
They started it. Andy, like Hussein was saying, those times Adam were Ghana. Osha Greater Accra. Teams are no more Greater Accra. Now me to me cover almost every match over Greater Accra. So what you say? Then outside Accra. So we know, say, Sadia way no. It didn't start today. Say team Remu now. The supporters almost say yes. Kotoko ne has of folk. Recent match the same thing happened over Kumasi. Now my boy, he was giving me videos and those guys. I see him inside. Yeah, see about heart of folk and no Kotoko. The same thing. So problem now better was here. The only difference is say we know obi actress kind of obi. But if you trust somebody there, and your clubs in none or much as here or more yes idea. That is why there almost reforms in there. Yes, we need the reforms, but we also need change of mentality. Mentality. It's not all about 3 points. Giddy. So what you say if you come to understand it, say born a 3 things and a woman. Even the club administrators, they have to educate their supporters. Say, Masa, game money ya pepe ya kweku wini. But say match am question ye pa to boisier. Look, has foul. Ransford Kunisdorfer, the team has foul. All boys. Look at the number of years, Omoba, your friend is a Division 1 or Munchimen returning to the Bundesliga. They get opportunity. Sometimes we call more matches. Look, they squander a lot of incidents. Sometimes, Mekai last year, a match against Hanover, referee 3 goals. Referee denies some goals in Not Sankomunya has 3 points that they could have qualified to the Bundesliga, but in Tokobia NC. At the end of the day, supporters they will be shouting any other day, but Omuvia, your point no beer could feel. Omaba supporters not here say football a fun, a festival, and even before the match, and the way to before Kelvin also Moko international matches before a match, how these people will even organize themselves, eat, drink, and somewhere repack and so it's so fun. And to me, I always want to be at the stadium. And I may cost so I may call it be 2 hours to the match because I want to fun in our outside the pitch. It's so fun. So if you're able to educate the fans and say, look, game it has moved on from the 3 points. As I say, Yakuntokwa, where ye Bobby, where ye say, make I say, few months and I say me to Coimba. Andy, can you imagine, say, and I say, believe, say, after a match, now me quite compare interview, now one Saturday, and you instead of saying that teams, ever for press conference, now one person member. So with that, we decided to say, you better call. Baby, I am parking or across sports stadium. Baby, a team's in the park or Mocano. Kevin, somebody moon. Police for no crown post almost say, hey, and there's Saturday. Into a moment coming in rap. That's because I say almost so no a phone monomoco year your monoma. And it's you're back. You're a journalist. You go back to studio without voices. Then a Jumano Sabio. It's not exactly police for the say that be. Police in the back, Papa B. Kelvin said, okay, there was this policeman or what class for the awesome. Or you to trust some. Aha, sa papa no. O peja na ba no omukra babi. O peja no do bom ni ha say. Na ha say moja astati ewime. Yes. And just imagine say Yankopon amfefie and ade no bom ni a. So by this time, was some opportunity communication to coin because then I have to consult with means some who yare any mano. And to all the stakeholders, we are involved. Yente at the other grown yente say, and you do some pempe. So look, even
before you continue, let me put this question across. Don't you think, Momo wana okasa ombekasa ombesi, but they'll move on. It is because they have that belief in the system. Because Mamenfa Division, Division 1, and Crab and they say where it is alleged. By a hand they be alleged na no crack.
Yeah.
Omasha say RT should come back. All Blacks also back. Olympics should be back to the Ghana Premier League. It is the reason why Division 1 almost concerned. And don't you think elsewhere, in as much as they were split their display, they have confidence in the system. So whichever way, they will just blame the referee and go away. Yeah, you're born 19 league matches. You're 2 pen referees. If you don't you think they have that belief in the system, it is the reason why I'm can be an as compared to ADA.
I agree. That is or more believe in the system. Yeah, the end idea. A Juma no match show inside and some of the other parking. So look, how can you tell me say GFA communications officer and nay or no general manager Eduma or Blast. No interest in the the same person our Dreams FC. We interest we interest pa Sunny there time no ye no need to bia ono krampo no na ya accuse no ye fire no but Henry Asante twum won entino ama because I game no nkofo cry to say according to say that oblast no e belong to your friend is saying F4 because Ocean Pediform we involved with oblast currently omo na the cartel of the F. Why should this happen? My team share has foul. As far as the example we say, Hussein, now they were the only team Omunko relegation there in the German Bundesliga.
Oh, okay.
But by 7 years ago, Moba Division 1. Look, the system Obianka say has fire big or when the 9 stadium, share the stadium Mosia was so you love the stadium. So we park in the environment alone. Obianka say what that nice edifice in Chinchia, young Forsemano, and back to the Bundesliga. For one day, but Utunu Bono qualifier, what qualify. So just like you said, the system is working. Just that sometimes officiating but like you said because the system so they have the belief that was our system one intina I'm on yes to trust some to say and nice has no Kotoko as the leaders are or more calling for reforms if they will be bold and tell the GFA the executive council say hey sa no man na no teams wey no mo relegation teams wey and na omo eba from division 1 munjai sa no man na look sa dey we eto ntweda because hwe near eto last season you see Basake Holy Stars on a fair grounds nanka Basake yes you mo nanka so mo qualify ba Premier League but because na system no ayen in favor say chi anachi ono na so qualify no at all costs and so qualified. Just imagine say, Andy, also so no way or Mata go so we anti-Effie. Not such a team, ebo fear. Also so no supporters bedding come say, hey, team no mobile or belonging to this side, watch out because the referees and everybody is against us because your favorite team or say already or qualified. And to see in Jason no na ye make sure say teams no e de omo ho de ebo league no na omo qualify on a good merit there sa no mani na no e besisi so for me Kotoko and Hearts-of-Oak, yes they've taken the standard and they obia ebo and seven the mob but like you said majority of these problems is coming from Kotoko and Hearts-of-Oak and this time around they need to be tough, they need to grow up. Although Safuka sent me back 10 years ago, Mekai Power say, Kotoko and Hearts-of-Oak, they've lost their relevance in Ghana football. It's not surprising that Kotoko and Hearts-of-Oak are telling the GFS they should have automatic slot with ESCO, knowing very well say, and no by election, not by appointment. How can you say something like that?
Yeah, as if ESCO league in one control.
Exactly. So what I say. So for me,
even where your priorities are, maybe I'll be fight a crowd, fight a diaco. Yeah.
And even in Nimpada, what no air corner. Yeah. Kotoko. Kwesi apia and no more than no koye. we all know how Kwesi Appiah in 24 didn't call ESCO. And there was nowhere that cartel no more efenu, penifo no more efenu. Omemo Kwesi Appiah and say sifo man. I say the source no omo Kwesi Appiah by no omo sebe sifo. It's just imagine say Tobo so election or after Kate yempo a do election na Kate won the squad and also won the team and the team no every be there so.
Campaign together.
Kwesi Antechi type the same. It's a Tobo Fred Kate say Kate. Chale me the minipa way eba and nipa na wode ne kono so no the person should be competent in your bia even the club grassroots no kra no lose confidence in the person. You understand? You have prominent people within the club to me eyibako edina akwa you bia keke. So for me where we are today no Andy ye na ye ka ho bi say ye na ya sorry na yan voice out yan di nukre yan kan se na sitie just like some of you say it as it make I asem we see no menya akwenye tie Hussein Andy metiewu Kelvin na mentie no because of the platform no and mutia they do fair analysis but some of your colleagues no so no make I even the first time assembly see I was listening to 1 or 2 stations and some people will go like this man Krano, I will not even call him honorable. That honorable title doesn't deserve it. And those kind of this man has been a prominent figure in Ghana, not giving Ghana football. Ghana. What in Wasam Krada? Asamana ba, and Tiasamana ba, a see nyabo tre, ye shishemu, ya kanu to the extent say, even a journalist, it will be picture, ever two ni platforms to TV so say akwa way no kumpole mewa omwa yes and I'm telling you mewa omwa no money pole nam Kotoko security for picture now that journalist or the back on the platforms in the TV so kakra with all the numbers and say way no kuno na nimpa no enye rasta man so what so ye the emotions and ye the ya but some of ba na se ye hwehwemu ye can say na sitie ba bia ese ye de no kra no to ye de to a look ye na ye nipo just imagine say me ye FA president or me ye owner of this and this and this na asamaba me tie kire me tie mu na woka asam no kra na woman woka say na sitie a next time say bibiba na say woka editia me so a I will accept say Andy Hussein Kerm they are making good analysis of the issue, not because of hatred. But what make you stand and say, no matter what, this is the direction that you want to go. And to say, yeah, now no young come together, not young fun no crano and to ho, ni just emotions na at the end of the day. See ya never the reforms baba one boy best start to leg be and next no NCBMO but be in the next 5 years not the same thing as you could see. Okay, Coach Jay Sapon we make it a deal way on radio televisions almost every time say see I not careful one day somebody will die so we're making this a deal way but you're taking it serious and unfortunately it has happened. So Andy, what I'm saying is now we have to put that emotions aside. Young can be a solution young pointing to the leaders. The leaders should also accept say and no maybe or more chinchia say na say ye jaisa no more way na yam a fair play aye juma padia then the people the supporters will also have will have trust in the system so referee yes why is a mistake but from how things happen a fair because even in the phone of VAR with all the gadgets they are making a lot of mistakes. So what I say we should put these things aside and make sure say your game develop because looking at how your game is here see I careful na police way to me am fine addition am your leg na ya to no me trust me say in the next 2-3 years to come ahwe supporters kra no omo nko park players no ko park no so a omo ko gina wa na omo abobia na omo ayede omo apo na omo ko omo fie. We need to take good measures. Now measures na ye take no we also have change of mentality going forward and make sure say ye na no yabama game no etumi develop to the highest level.
Okay, Kevin, yamo and answer your entire community we put proper measures in place and Zania.
Andy, yakasi yetwa nyame beba. Adenkwane beba Yesu beba ni enye hwe. Me na meka kyo. Sanye mo mo kenye na ohwe document ni ma e wo ho. But implementation is a problem, and a problem I work from every aspect of our lives in this country. Emrani wo ho. Nanso the obeste say yenye the etine the sene fata no o me yenye. All because obi pese o kate corner, obi pese o kate course na emfaso e beba no. Ne spill over, send spill over 500 o pese ye 2000. No di bi ni ne get se koju o mani ti police no. So obefa ni part 20. Obefa nipa 20 police a obekwa akofa 10 na chese nke wo so tia 4000 na wakwa akwa tia 2005 no akwa akodidi aka and you know some my revenue media officer baba era kokwa hen kwa daroma ni Dennis Gucci daroma oko pre-match police present yenim the number of policemen who are supposed to come. And now the GFA has gone on along to even let us know, say, you was stewards plus the police. And yenim ya matters na ekwan ya fa so ya categorize no. Yenim say this is the security we need. Now you ask yourself, ye ko pre-match match commissioner adding to na on insist to say at least I need these policemen around. What ko ambulance I say ambulance no obitim. What Comedia Center correct said there is security. And Pepe anything I say about CAF Champions League, CAF Confederation Cup matches, and I say even Black Stars matches are. Look at the CAF officials or mobile. There are about 6-7 of them.
Yeah.
They all make sure say Omube assess security, Omube assess safe zones. And who say be than happen. But you ask yourself, aside match commissioner Bakope no Bebano, any venue media officer, who is the other independent observer? Who is the safety and security person for that match? Obia Batunanya, because a ball, I had to say, community, a jazongo, Yanni, I'm a comenya born, yes, but football has gone beyond that. If Obia in any Obia and I just say, Obeshaman Akoso, it's your baby. Yeah, Kumasi Omoye, Accra Omoye. There are times you even go to the stadium and media center, Obekona supporters, Ababe Johafa, which shouldn't be the case. And then in the same bar, now say try to protect media, before dealing with supporters. What then happens? But so for me, fine. But there was a ball, and Rame that honor was a day, and the ediso. Before every season, club licensing. Call round take text near day. In the middle of the season, unya who say obi afum game. You should find the person. Send a page to Nanya, let the person move away to go and play on a different page. Barcelona are they playing at the new camp?
No.
Why? Because it is not safe.
I said they are starting league, don't know. Become just almost born or the man, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, almost started might be one might be two.
Because it wasn't safe. Into Yankobo and Yankobo baby before. Even in the advanced league, I almost say it's the best league in the world, Premier League. Okay, I said, was it Luton Town? And about Premier League, they had
they needed to. Yeah.
Yes.
Luton Town.
You get 1-2. Their stadium was safe.
I think
and ready. Exactly.
When Atalanta qualified for the Champions League the first time,
yes,
was San Siro.
Exactly.
Kevin.
Yes. Yeah.
As far that was 2015. Many under 20 a call under 20 African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
Senegal, league matches, now born all the centers, use some specific stadium be.
Exactly.
And matches, and a day, one stadium called much more by 3 matches. And yes, obi say me say there was an instance you got now actually 2 matches. 2 matches, league match over the same pitch.
Yes.
So what I say, so there are certain venues to be and I say we need to take bold steps and make sure that and even issue here across Ukraine.
Yeah.
What to say if you follow involve media no
There be young count.
they are waiting for something to happen to a media person before and at the same time a year media no sukrana you be preaching your money na your media no and you be preaching to the people. But they've left the media out.
And yes, so
They've left the media out.
And yes, so munim. Look at it. The other president is a swag member. Prosper Harrisonado is a swag member. I mean, Usado every year when they call it.
Yes.
Our own friend and brother, Mr. Freddy Kofi Tampon, is a part of us. Dr. Randiabe is a part of us. Julius Emunamuni, all of them have come from the media.
Yeah.
So why is it that and they don't want to involve? Mr. Hussein, as I may see, even on the match day, media man or see all commentary. Yes, accreditation, he should go away with it. On top ticket. Where they would even say it's a problem. And it's the reason why I heard me Utu can correct 1, 2, 3 matches and the Andy Busan and they say Utu can correct my uncle. Me go to say oh me uncle boase crack Kotoko boase oh me uncle boase correct or see uncle. Why? He's thinking about his safety. Meanwhile, all these measures duly exist. You this one. I'm not a bad day. Oh man, need you be and no bit money and I of former no one punishing. It's not been no obi your debate to say hey. We have failed to understand that football goes beyond just the 3 points. It is entertainment, it is culture. Say they now can say entertainment to go stadium before Bronin on cancer a match day or say a match day experience.
Yeah.
It's an experience. It started from 11 now, baby gate.
Obey stadium no.
Picnic, you know, all other activities. I had those times. I'm here see any beer crane in one and then I may say a Kotoko, any house, 4-0, any 2-1. It's Melado. Even before the games, Baba Aroba Koni, Pat Thomas, by Radeka Sani, and the sort of security that was there to make sure Obia is safe. No, it was great. But now, and then no Maka said Kotoko is part of the blame, had to follow the class. Those times now to me call Boasekra. Okay, Koboko near the best Rama, Obabanu in Abia. And then no acquire worse because you see where I Metu my county, the thing say retaliation is the best thing. And if you know, and he say I am just focusing on the class because clubs no move points. Forgetting say the fans own the product more than even the teams because so when your fans I'm on my endorse your product now. How do you think that your product is going to survive? And the media, parliament for na kasa bebre enra. And some more Kenyan I the back of super sport near the back of my the back of my
talk shop.
League the or the commerce super sport, you know. No, league the end or the commerce super sport, you know.
And I already say
I don't get it.
On a board, don't go say. Oh, hey, Bona, your packet was a Bona. I see a fresh agrophone victory. They don't walk up this year.
And that's some American say, he does go near I'm a come for that is it. Say, and then, you know, if you want your product to survive and succeed, look at the Super Disc in South Africa, look at the Tanzanian League. And then in the same money you will prefer to watch that than to watch even Kotoko has. Now her production be a Why? Because the FA itself has undervalued their own product. If they value their product so much, Andy, everything behoves on the Football Association. A football now the Bema fans, no. Now why I didn't say Nipo bedding some Nubia or Betfeno. Why my actual question 1, 2, the obedient person, why my actual even club or the channel, never me question me upon no way you know, one man who say yes. Next time, some no only be ebio. But omunyina your money. If they try to deem the product quality and important and one kadie nyina no or ombede obeya ebeko yama debia ye kan ye say bosoma ye dey open na ye dey uye na chiwade you say you know so one
also on the veteran or children.
very good and supporters any actual say adi way ya wo yempe adi say yempe oh yeah emboy and you know say if security and safety and then manipulation of games emboy why do you consistently continue to do it to rob clubs of what they desire? And then in the end, say Alpha TV and the clubs are complaining. Media must me match. We say me match. Why? Because the FA have reduced themselves to the level of the clubs, or because election time draw, they are not voting based on issues and ideas. And I blame the club owners too, Andy. Say about to draw, yeko Congress. Club owner, no, Andy, Into say Congress, and I say Congress outside Premier League, FA for Musia. Now you can say David, you can say Liverpool, John Henry, Nebano, no Tifie, says sporting director, he won't do that. He will go himself.
The moment clubs decide not to employ competent people to work for them, but they will employ sycophants. Say, Yana, you give me. See that one. Kevin.
Club be sending the secretary email.
Andy, that interesting revelation on this topic. Andy.
Okay, you know, I percent your starting game. Now, player back best ever to form a car. Obviously, I'm the boss that Benny Bobo and I'm so Montenefi. Class 5 man in Driamuka. I say, 80 Meka on Tenefi. Yeah, and you may they will come back. But you see, Aladia can be made a nice submission or say, players in a traffic in a contract and echo. The trend say safety measures now, yeah, pen clubs them pay. And only Frank, my mount. Baka 7 minutes, my mouth 3.5. Now Frank Afadi, I can be up.
Okay.
What? How will you educate the fans going forward? So stadium, I games.
Okay. Andy, for the meantime, I think make them do the level of education. I think the league should be fit enough. See a best static and son and mimpo maton league in my fans no educate you almost omunko.
That you also has there.
League fit mpo to start. Na member the level
say almost on me more born. Almost champagne for say they are ready. Almost at a timeline, but according to Kotoko, just after Pooley incident, and we interview Aladia can be I think yesterday or the previous one. And then the exhibition say, and can we install the cameras? And there's a can do they install a camera and cabranti, yeah, penalties and it's install cameras nanka. Yemfa Alicia started from there. Unmasama can be by. Say we install cameras a bit cost to better 300,000 Ghana cedis. Clubs mean but the funny aspect of the whole story they say the Cherry United and Timmy and Kobo ball was summoned because of some bars are saying they don't have 20,000 to fix it. But the Cherry United about one thing says to beat me
these people.
Okay, it was in general can
so the reason why I'm saying that and I say me class ni nyina atena say upon your me sisi and nyina ye nim what led to Poleni Wood. It was coming, it was very glaring in the eyes of everybody. Say either this season cry and next season. And this season cry say Sunday my you. A true time a be very na. People will forget things no more contract. So you think they change? No. And the only thing I am no, not Kerm about implementation. That is our main problem. Class in I want to break this down for everybody to understand. Class in Kodia to Muse. But yes, Shemukina, no may enacting a new laws. Omedi be a provision, the aircraft club license, and running steady say. Omo class and say so you better to a Premier League in this one. I was say every venue ever host the Premier League, any CCTV cameras, any venue security coordinator, any a region no crania and no security coordinator of Ghana police, any fence in a perimeter and fence no at least 10 feet. Again, yenya security office and as a control center. And no ebe make sure say like security for no ebe your money man now cameras in and around the stadium. These are things are class na agia too. Okay. Almost say even cameras no crown it should be devoid of intermittent supply. Integrated team be any planter to say foreign teams, you know, obi on the plant, or rely on national grid, you know. And also be any these are new class and agia too money. And no more enacted through the powers of the executive council. No more trash we say. Even so flat tobacco, if a stadium name meet, including safe zone, no, as a motor blocks, now it me accommodated 2 buses, 4 other vehicles, no, say ut flat tobacco crana. I was here revocable license. I am see a kind in the Ghana Premier League. So it is simple. FNM things in the timeline say from net to March say and now April say we are coming for inspection because we want to start the league. Now, see about inspection, none human because in the new enhanced security provision, almost say you have to meet all. And it's one meeting all implementation problem in you. One meeting all. And so automatically you revoke your license. It's as simple as that. So and nobody should be propagating say anyway and anyway. It through what one meeting say one venue. Then he said matches at one venue. Because Nippon Kwande be America and he has said 3 points. So say yeah no we are. Who am I to sit here and say yes, because I honestly believe say if we are able to implement the existing rules and regulations, every department, this very committee, ethics committee, club licensing, Premier League regulations, say you must say yes, say who am I to say my more league, you know? So because it's affecting players' health, performance, contract running out, and be affected. The effects in here be, but none of those effects are important than human life. And the one say, "Sanyo many nina yentimi amitia." Why then will I say, "Semi-educative fans on Umbra Stadium"? Because if the proper security measures are not taken in place, I've been to Venue, police ni akatre obi so misbehaving. I'm a Nippon catcher and also a more better no. Nippon catcher also a point better me. Yeah, upon no more air tata police, not policeman 8. Policeman the answers a pico. And this answer, ya certain rules, no, say the Yashano comes in Aja to move. And the name when him say, minim other venues are more after Pole Wuno. Baby, I'm married be our Omonia 110. Or my set or money.
Maybe I
No,
knew.
no, it is because nobody is taxing them to do it.
Good. So it is about implementation. And the until say Sanyo money be put in place. No, the league is not fit to start. And this one where they are. I will come and then promote. I'll come and propagate because you know, it's affecting even we media, our work. A month there we will get story, we will get news. But mint tonight, Kasandi, Yankobo Liga, away. Ukona home team ni nyapa no person obowa no adi come a DFA cameraman e see free so no atutu ne camera che say ye be see you wu nkwa oh na sado na ave 10 minutes ni e de to so timbo ko be 15 20 min ka se nkofo nkwa sa league no referee Ghana Premier League Ghana football nkwa na referee timi churo 0-0 1-0 waji go ama home team say na be obeko fie no wa churo won match report mu say 0-0 na goal no man janko mbebo me ntimu ntim free mu afi ho ntimi nka say yen kotoa sa league we so na yen mo because in any case say ye ka say ye ha ye league na endure professional status and this year see be in that class ni na agia tuma there should be timeline say by the end of March, by the end of April, unless will be ready, be inspection. Dear one meeting, you revoke his license. Also in the regulation, FNN be fine value at the amount. Never determine baby officer kobono because as the Premier League one bokel to sika bribe ni adia baba premier. Who be do premier? Won't you play can infrastructure. Oh, the yen can kakre bi a over here to befit the Premier League status and so on. Also, there is a tax across for Muse, a man, Grandma, just say, what's an person or move like on responsible one bit. The problem that I find here, they say, I don't see anything like Yama Nama Yamu because Korokone stance. It was said, Ramnai or Mako inactino. Self any implemented now. They are ready to play. And they make all those release, all those statements now. I think they are dancing around one thing. Say the new enhanced measures, plus the existing ones, including a categorization of matches, a whole security measures. Can we venue media officer? When in category B, category A, C, the number of police personnel, ambulance, any fire for whatever. And this year, the Nina Bay Juma, the Ayeti Day, but young for Nina Juman so dia. Main campaign is a young swan crop woman Kogo near Muomo. First, and I funny imagine say after this life, Nankebi a Kotoko Badoma, Nandi Miso Kotoko Badoma, and Sada Chedia, or Batampa Fufui, Mumrana Maba, Mimiko Stumo, ye dear Yako Park, and Yefe. By young Batampa Fufu, no, we are Quano Sukran Sana, Oba Crasa or Cocaneme.
Maybe a die fufu in SEO. One and ya ya oro ya sa money I didn't ebe you just know
o support it no want to be away just good what support match want to be support away team eti amra so be support away team yen sha away Jesse o say go want to be jubilate I mean yen na Ghana for Andy truth is that league I don't see anything like Yenjaya na yembo. Emraba almost emrano. Ye mitia yebo. And he come license and a timeline. Say on the inspection date to say. So by inspection, no baby or on 1 year meeting, according to them, almost say all. And according to them, it's been agreed by all the class. And it's all revocable license. And you'll be an eye. And based on that, so meeting there. And a couple match, I mean, say at least security personnel only, ambulance service only, security coordinator only, CCTV cameras only, all these security apparatus need enough to protect me. Again, the pitch itself I ever so born a looky. I mean appropriate. See a bubble I met with and I say, I think I do one dance after my number for Abadia. I think I am more. But until then, so because in Korea don't call cry, I think that Club's name was right. FNM was right. The problem that existed before Pole Wono implementation at this moment, the problem that we are dealing with, how they will be able to implement it. Oma Kotanase, Oma enacted law, aka implementation. So implementation near done they are. And yeah, me met me a campaign is for manko. But say implementation not done they are, Andy. Meaning who the NTS.
Okay, fine.
Andy, see, Sanoma way na no. I was just paper so. Yanti Ghana and a sitting MP, Honorable JB Dankwa, a mafia security, CCTV camera, I want the fee. But be CNN, ye to me, the killer of the man. Yakofa will be see a funny sexy dondon, and now sexy say, Kennedy Japan or smart me. Mekai those times before I think 2016 election or say I Mahama Kran or Sumano all sort of stories but or a certain MP they see a no Emma MPP be win election 8 years or more wie yentumi ehu the killer asamnu enko be bia yet Ghana ameswale hwan a journalist or ne anasi ye adwuma ne killer be see ne yentumi identify no and now better almost Kennedy Japan ka ho to the extent say A plus and ne wabe member of parliament boldly said say onim the killer of the guy and nay or your MP mekai omukọ parliament fufuro one of the interviews obe no public go say Oma IGP no some days or some hours. So Oma updating Ghanaians on the killer of Amesualia. Or call parliament. Yes, but I didn't see. So it's not really about fixing cameras.
Yeah.
You see, the whole thing is, let's be honest to ourselves. Let's have a change of mentality. That's all. Club administrators, league here, they will install CC cameras and whatever you, but league gonna do that critical point. CC camera no to hell with the CCTV camera. Ome cover ome say no kra. Ome catch us say time no kra no. Enipa na say okoso CCTV camera no. That no new ho nti wada nti oba so. But you see, the whole point in it is if the FA is able to create an atmosphere, ebema obi abenye that believe in that system now. I don't think that you'll be talking about what we are talking about today.
Yeah, that's true.
Because at the end of the day, what's it? Because if Nukrano Omamiyati say you were those for and those against. And you know, just imagine
so in the first place. Because you don't share maybe on a certain subject. Man for doing say every single thing that F and a decision F not taking up. And so Obi and then Yaga says or anti F, but Omunim said there are certain decisions the F has also taken. Maybe a sudden when Tia Sa journalist Rana Sa Nipano. And to a few said they now when Otia na Nipana can answer no Nipani any enemy. But they've been trying the person that supported you. And the yearly problem back up and say we should stop tagging people with certain kind of Nioma. Said the and then I only Nipanya Gina. And it says yes, I then cancel no committee. Now I must say on Otuado. I must say decision in the of which I don't trust so. But you can say yes, I begin a writer. And say almost proposal to Adon Trano. I can say almost more to Adon Trani anti Otuado. And based on that anti Otuado no emphasis uncle for what I am.
That is a good question. And so for me, I think say Andy, we know what to do. For club administrators to the FA to supporters, if you're able to do all these things, look, trust me, say, sa etutra samono, esubecha. Your coach stadium, you be who say a fan. Ye kwa group amano so. Some catchers Andy would say why the traveler until this year is over. Kelvin so took and we say sometimes one advice I want to say you must also invest in yourself.
Yeah, sure.
So what I say, do baby I say me started the media work, let me hear you with multimedia, but most of my travels are me no. Now me seek a woman about 80%.
Now, Frank, me share media se grab here. Something I'm going to grab a couple.
Yes, 80%. So what now? So what you say? What transfer station? No, edu to kwaya. Masa obetra. Abibi obeye local champion. So me call Togo. Na has Kobo Confederation Cup. Me station almost so match we dey anyway. Yentwe no mudu the big one. And I'm saying no. This is the time I say me so into me twa me ticket for Togo. Cover sa tournament at the station. Because Senegal, because Tunisia. So what I said, sometimes you must also try to invest because then a game now because you see say yeah as journalist. Say yes also yeah brady a hona and I say yeah I'm finding a second way optional because a time will come. Game no krano enya wa kono say obekwa stadium akwa just like Andy was saying said and say onto the car so okwa stadium so okwa akwa match. Obetna TV echi no wahwe but wo okrom ha unless be why busy. So when you're busy, Juma Sami in much be and you love to make I say me ba for na men start here Juma Sano. Almost every weekend, Namo has fast stadium, me show match because it's fun to be there. Yeah. It's fun. So your club administrators or more than me who say they have to be strong enough and make sure say decisions to be about FNO. Because more than musika shemu someone ho because also per league some seasons ago na big club be ondu Kotoko ne has there but oje league at a point na no more than kakra and then according to sources onya favor from FA and omo promising say league dey be mo waji and pass oje league after that the stance everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. You understand? We are sana. Next time, if sa ankwama then we be inside to supporters. Say, Charlie, go for way omo dia jumbone and omo exactly. So I want to know, and because of time, for me, I think, say, like I said, we all have a key role to play to make sure, say, your game, because we're Saudi Ekosi, and you know, you say, my boy, yes, make I have to folk. Sometimes, maybe a heart to folk boy, power, be a heart to folk boy, but sometimes, we can say, almost say, Obia Betrao station, I can't send me the theater club, or no, more the Omo before, and the bar also. So sometimes was stadium, but you don't your mind your persist still now your cover game, want to give them a kind of was a time. We create a segment, say every Thursday, Meko had to folk liberty professionals or training grounds. Namako interview with the players, the coaches, and then the support just to promote their matches. You start here first day, a second day. I mean, at a point, how to folk start this lose matches back be after the wood or training grounds who are not supporters. At move from much Chadomo Babo, you hear camera be a Yampa go and some so the club administrators they know exactly what to do to make sure say you game a better fun for the supporters to come with their families and enjoy the game. It's not just about say 3 points in it's a wukubi. Charlie, let's all make sure say game the be
All right. Was in there.
Akosa, one of Ben Kumasi, catch a Kotoko for league, Nasi Kendi Munti, and a more money into allies boy 2017, or Mupra Mohose, or Mbeba Kumasi, or Munda, and or Ben Asari Bede,
Yeah.
Ye bre, and son of players in Amiadum, Dr. Patrick Ofori, and a poundful. Psychologically, obey tuni players, and mind more to board the rest of the season. Enter Nana Pooley, and we realized his connection with the team in recent times. He was close to the players, he was close to management, and even the fans. He became a toast of the Porcupine Tertiary. And also, I want to say, all because the league isn't safe and security assured for them. So, Omono and Dikan are making sure, say, Baba, and Yamano, Baba,
yes.
then they have no business making any complaint
Any demands,
all because they think all the other venues are not safe. Charity
now
begins at
Kelvin,
home, and it should begin with Asante Kotoko.
when you quick one, share Nyomuke. Wouldn't say yes, say your Kakwana, if you Kotoko crown pono, they have no even the case crowd to call for your friend say reforms because club license na yedi yejumo Ghana no. As we speak, Kotoko any board. Mewa Kotoko any board, but obi no way you influence.
Compromise.
Exactly. And see, how then do you even call for reforms? One casano, just like my brother was saying, make sure say we a big club. Now say open say yeah reforms. At the end one you will set a good example for yourself.
Apart from paper national, Omako inacte enhanced security 20 measure 2025 from the league. None of the centers, even Kotoko team, a dream sexy. And a baby or ball no, or we AS I didn't know who to do host. Obia started two bells and Obia started and he says here, when him said there's some attitude be a man who club administrators name. Feel say I didn't know my coach Robert and almost all the teams I expect to say in league, Obia making attempt to say or try to even implement even some no does not qualify you say you have to implement all but when you never so master from the here say you change narrative no bro so there everybody will push that thing away no mabo and the same year near confirm rana reference say in 2025 yeah koshem rebi say ya fanya juma debi yes sir. And the piano, and no one I assemble yet normalization, assemble yet announce expose, assemble yet May 9, and to question yet Nasia. Sad decisions net coming out, particularly national team near the Nano. Yet the reference keke and my media as sports near there, air fun and entertaining insightful because a lot of things to reference from. But since I'm your man, and Casa, you be implementing, I mean, no may take effect. Never go to the next level, no. Until we say, per the attitude of the club administrators new owners no 2025 ye baby season na obi bu obi na yesi na camera ho Oh my God, oh you koye mraba eh then you find adwuma Ghana de. Nti emra no omo na say ya de but omo pe kwan obefa so a me famous say ye be bo afam. Omo no truth is that person ye bo fam. But also omo
Yeah.
show bibi keke. Na Ghana for so omo show bibi ni ye bo fam. And the young mentality, they are not a warm team, and they are not ready to invest penny. Huh? League now breaking for about 2 weeks now, right? League never started now. At least drew a month. When him say at the time I was say every Premier League club they are a pitch in here, but me any green. But
Enye
month
Emma
and
so
never so.
e
Okay,
bebo
so
anua na so
month
ene
and
mobile
And
never so. Okay,
yamo Dr. Kwame
ai
Dr. Kwame yamo na
oh
baso.
yeah
And then me who pictures in the videos be challenge in fact top notch, top notch.
yeah
Since
So
foundation is the about Premier League, the truth is that on pitch na kasa na mo boss born there. From the days a national team no crab eje F4 no ebeje the mass and mouse and then and no. From that time in our pitch in the green. Even on most match days, you know, post on pitch, you know, no more the air caption, no more post at their friend. So I'm pitch in the end. And then one thing is hey, we shouldn't entertain certain new maybe a yaki camera be normal a percy say into picture because I have a problem they say I didn't know club on and flowers will fear almost go do come fear maybe the boy be correct flowers near green a percy but now players what do you say percy
but we were saying as a club administrator, as a club president, what a team. Na one kasa ushenya mienim. Na umo players ebo ball ewa ade we so a. I mean investments in our you know. What is the mentality? Again, no what yes
revolt
investment. You know, how do you expect say ubenya returns from the investment? Because you know, say with this pitch, you know, the players will not be able to give their best. That is why many one old player be about Dortmund interview. I say one of the reason why and they also say okay at those times you know a player from local league bet me I work straight into German Bundesliga.
yeah
Yes, but then he was saying say it all because of your pitches. Anyhow are your coaches you know training your players because over her and no maybe over omo check it so even how obe control ball kra no and my coach na your first impression about you and so who said akwa we no say but blame players no because pitches na you see aka was so Ghana no and I'm saying say as a club administrator what a team you want to do a proper investment and then football is also no about your top notch business not wash a pitcher more players esi aka was you. Hey, Mo, Charlie, what is the mentality?
elaborate here now what to timbers one what to signings what to players two what for administrators, what I coach, after what for all the other facilities what provided for players or mwaba. Why are all those things? Because babe ball I want go kramaso. So the number one thing the yeni na nebeti me aye the results I was no failed no. And then you do
Yeah.
all those things. Omo be kwa duro so bi ane believe. The obe kwa duro so the bi akwa duro so. The obey every referees why ni nyina to come and play on a pitch. And the Argentina pitch na kura de so untimi nya hwe kura invest wa de bia mu mpo a. Pitch na and also results. And the bema e kana wa boni nyina no. Ubetimi ate no. You ignore. Now one
Yeah.
thing that your ref in say. Unim say de bia no ya ni your class na your from pitch no possible no. So call mu training grounds pa. Obeti ase de enti Ghana Premier League players o massa pa. So we baby abosiam baby o mu ye training pa. Oh, nti debia the people on mobile stadium almost into Premier League ball pa na player ball say. But because on training now we are botai in year sisi ho baby said the hot here pa we say hand mum na or train the ball wa. Dia na be tell say we so ba park na so be tuma bibi. Nti ye clubness na nkasa no obi ahia capacity building but clubness ni here capacity building too much because understanding about football the last time there was one story when I heard say in Century, me body did because the story was about him. And Bibia Sano near Fene Yadi. And it feels so no GF is kind of any team no na Oscar. And I'm here. Ghana level na Oscar say Mochepe, Oscar say Moeska Tumbe. Oko Africa ba ko betuma abo, betuma ko bi no. If you level no officer o sika we okay. But your investment, maybe a who can working your generate or lifetime no. And you will be 1 year budget for a football club. I want to compete on this terrain. And they say, can't football who bet my year do this level now. You should appreciate by your go for the mentality, and they say, or more yet, for papa. That's the reason why I gamma, why farm and can't say a bad, so who are the camp when I come the way we are, no could trouble there, no one already, fufu, no more walk. Oh, serious, Monko be that camp border. Fufu na ma wo obi so ho so bless the bills ke bi ni bi no create me kodo afuo num kama say the be ba on na be nya control of afuo no but say nipa no obusa the captain so anje bo so me sen ya captain ti bi mo so obusa captain bo no bo so me waje say won ti mi nka but o ti ni nya akukuduro say or the 1 billion out to form obi obet mama information leading to the arrest of Pooley when you have a human and guys oye it misplacement of priority. The opportunity can be but on farm now. That is the reason why it's a hand on so far brony coach or man a car or man security or man say or far be coach but some crowd because I'm feel say I'm young for favor football na kasano say player minimum club owners say player budget salary this okojana solid one class solid Saturday no one ma onje put that aside. Ebi no so kra wo ha. This like osuma no why you favor no abobi. Nti
Ozen, what the na for this na Ghana ball there.
What the share goalkeeper than lad. Ni club or CCI. Omo first round review. We invested one mu. The holidays just like Mrofufo no omo ye no. Oko UK. Onye that refreshing atmosphere. Nti obo baka so who bonse we nya that way no.
That system no.
Exactly, that should be the system.
Some issue about saying teams na ya break up nanka Ghana Premier League.
Play see.
Omo UK binumo Ibiza.
Ibiza how did this?
You are Canary Island.
Banana na ya motivation.
We can Euros no mo Euros ni we la me am am call. Omo to no pictures about mountain, omo refresh omo like omo ba be start season. Ebinom ne American artists e ti kan kra de anya hwe kra no de Ghana level. Obetuma akọ Royal Senchi, obetuma akọ ha, obetuma akọ.
Me na ya oboto bozen. I think say
yeah,
the best at least you've done extensively more than 2 hours. I didn't say Echina. Frank met chat or private after the show. Thanks so much for your time. Obuko Facebook paper media now I follow. Samson Ako Hussein Adams on Facebook on all platforms. The same thing applies to paper media, all platforms. Okay, now I follow page in another BBT me akonkai. For the first time, and I the Akabum, Frank Jam or Germany, Hussein Obrekum, Memi Okumase, and the Kerm, and then Kelvin also answer of sporty. Kelvin will be honest, only the worst Ghana.
Kelvin, how much your dollars?
Or only worst all concrete. Every time the man from TV3 to sporty. Guys, thanks so much for your time.
Multimedia to TV3. Kevin moves now. I know she. Multimedia to media.
There is scanner or baby away moon.
Baby away
okay.
Immortal. Frank Immortal Sika. Oh, she and
Immortal.
Share.
Another Frank.
No. Na Immortal ko US. Ana me bisa Immortal more. Ahmachi bi na me ni di nkomo. O se Kwame. Na ubeko bie because me no abro. Share me ni Immortal ya bro brutal. Azigwezi chale me buy no me share system se na nkofo bro wo krom how much so no mu dwan na mentumi me call back. And I'm saying yeah, but you see sometimes what kind of chronic chere omo mu fe na omo ntiase. Yeah, you what has said wrong. Some of us we are pretending say bibia you okay and aba we be who the system. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
Right. They don't even know say you just have to plan. And yes, now call.
Dabi.
I want you to hear into we too quiet. And go for Lumba say, also could do Germany. Oh, she said they would sit in command or catch it or more Ghana. And that's added yet. But I'll be catching on one hand. I'll be also there.
You always catch two more. Don't pass it.
Yeah. Any people him say you just have to study the terrain.
Yeah.
You are going to fight for your life. You are good to go.
You don't just wake up.
Yes. If you want to say the other name can't and I saw the name to
next caneva.
That is no fan. Because I said, Bruni Bisharo. No, it wasn't Times Square. Bronze. Now, Frank Mata. What? Timmy. Mr. for black. Jeans and a sauce of bed. You are still my name of freezy. It may be an ambusa and the same pet. Bars B. A bar stop. Man, I can see you are freezing.
Charlie, this week you say you're -10, -9, Charlie, and easy. Easy cry.
Now, many madam for be here, didn't come or Amsterdam. Nana, I didn't come or say, be at this year or pass by. Now, maybe Zan say, a temperature, I say,
yeah, Charlie. It's not easy.
Frank, I think
but it's also a nice experience. I mean, just like you said, say if who be a worker, no, na say, and tia say ye Juma one case unim so, bana wobano wait new mind. You understand that no matter the situation, you want to come and hustle. Yes, be a what is up, Frank, be a say you be picture be able to social media. And today, you also know you have to tune your mind because Obit is an actress, Nayas. One of the reasons why I buy on the Nukunu was if here or no or Ghana no. Ushe Nukunu so on any dim comma or buy no yes and the cross say and tia brocha and son of Joe Lumina was show on and so yeah, when you be a kind of chrono, actually say this is the situation that Charlie Ubefi say all is well with us. Charlie, all is not well with us. It's very difficult, but at the same time, one place a man who sounds a man of yourself because I have one problem you're facing is that you pay a pet and ube to be there after your pay no. Who need any second chance unless be no more bonny be near that dear. But if you want to go direct, you want to go cleaner, and only your pay and obey to me, there will be the tier the that's all. So what you say, system at the same time, Bema. So, but sell life for party, Charlie. And this is a testimony to that. But it's also good to travel when you have
After draw, no, then the latest on the local front as well. There will be say or joining feed. For more than 2 hours, it has been extensive analysis of sports, both local and foreign. Thanks so much for your time. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening.